one, Sick Week 2025. Racers are getting ready. They're drying the track right now. It's about to happen.
Yo, it's Mike Finnegan coming to you from day one of Sick Week 2025. We're at SGMP having the time of our lives. It's about to get better because I have not made a pass yet, and I'm looking forward to going. And right now they're prepping the track. I think we get one shot at this during our session. Hopefully it goes well so I can leave because it's like a 330-mile drive tonight. And I don't want to continue my streak of seeing checkpoints in the dark every day. I don't want that. So hoping it goes good. Wish me luck.
What's going on, guys? Gary here with That Track Channel. Sick Week, day one. I'm a little tired. I just came from US Street Nationals. We were there for the last week watching all the bad Pro Mod Showdown all week long. But we got some bad cars here right now. This is quarter-mile racing. Last week with 8th mile. But A group, slick tire cars. We're going to see some 6-second passes right away. We might even see a 5-second pass. Who knows? We're going to find out right away.
Hey guys, it's Mike and Drag Driver Pete. I hope you enjoy this almost hour-long episode of day one of Sick Week 2025.
No, actually, that's Rick Shaling. Shaling's 1979 model Malibu, so there's a couple of them that look very close to each other. Because he is running on radio. Brides are here. Now, they did not get married, at least not yet. They just happen to have the same last names. So the good news is that for Alex Taylor, she doesn't have to change her last name. My car, I'm like, that works out well.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
But I mean, like, it made it down, right? Like,
It kind of did. I mean, it was somewhat good early. I mean, we had troubles down track the other day, and it got pretty loose down there and really shouldn't have. Looks better than the other day. We're just going to have to go back and compensate for it. So.
All right, guys, I'm here with Matt Blasco. Went for a little wild ride yesterday. Man, obviously, hate to see that. Hate to see, glad you're okay, obviously. You're here, you're staying with all that kind of cool stuff. And but hate to see that to the car, man. So kind of tell us what went down and where you go from here.
Yeah, the pass wasn't that great. Like the 60 foot was only a 123, where the time before I turned it down a little bit. So it took off, kind of set down, but then it picked the wheels up back up in a power wheelie. It was on a decent pass. And then just going down track, motor didn't really, like it was going decent. I didn't have a whole lot of power into it because we were just trying to be conservative for the first run down the track. And then all of a sudden the car just kicked on me and I'm like, what the heck? It started going towards the wall. So I instantly corrected it because it had all of a sudden 90'd me and I didn't actually know what happened. And then all of a sudden all I know is I corrected it, my front glanced the wall, it broke the strut, hit the quarter panel, and then I got off the wall. I hit my chutes right away because I went to go grab brakes, there's nothing there, hit my chutes, slowed down, and I sat on my fire system because I saw some smoke and I'm like, okay, so I waited there a sec. Smoke went away so I didn't hit my fire system, got out, looked, and there it kicked a hole out the side of the block, so it chucked a rod. So what actually though, when I started looking at it, the alternator belt I think came off and kicked the dry sump belt off. The safety caught it, but it was about a quarter second after is the problem because your inputs are a little filtered too. So it was only I think at 16 pounds, 17 pounds of boost when it actually tanked. So yeah, it chucked a rod. It still slid through to a 7.4 at 150, but
What's going on, guys? It's Matt Rice. We are here at Sick Week 2025. This is the pinnacle of the drag and drive race events. Not to mention, it's down south in January. So, you know, the weather's warm. We're out here in t-shirts. Everybody's having a good time. A little slow start to the week, but today we're picking it up, and then today's going to be the longest drive day of the week. So we're going to get a lot of competitors that are going to have challenges early, you know. Find somebody who is ready for Sick Week in December, I'll find you a liar, because nobody was ready. And then, you know, we've already seen some issues on the track. We're probably going to see some on the drive. I think today is like 320 miles. So it's a great event. It's an awesome time. But right off the rip, I think we're going to have some attrition. And we'll see where everybody lands tomorrow when we head to Bradenton and pick right back up where we left off.
right, Nick Deal Brothers Racing, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Michigan. We have our orange 2001 Ford Mustang. It's been apart for the last 30 days, down to a bare chassis. We did some new paint, rebuilt the motor. Steve Morse from Steve Morse Race Engines did all the machine work for it. My brother did all the building. We went through and did some carbon accents, added carbon tubs, not tubes. Of course, the paint job, we went to a set of polished racecar wheels. The engine's pretty much the same as it was last year, just freshened up. Yeah, we're looking for a 6-second average and to reset the Super Street record somewhere, hopefully in the mid-60s.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, Steve Mask, St. Augustine, Florida, and I'm back to Sick Week 2025 with Doris, the 94 Roadmaster station wagon. This year's hopefully redemption after my day one wheelie last year. Haven't made a pass in the car, so we're gonna go real soft day one, see what we can do, and kind of take some baby steps.
So you've worked on it all year. Have you made any passes? You haven't, like, any other changes other than just block change?
No, ended up changing the block as we found out not only did we crush the oil pan, we ended up cracking the block on the oil galley. So put a new block in the car, new engine in the car. And then we were actually leaving for a street meet and made it about 40 miles up the road and kicked a rocker. So parked the car again and just got ready for Sick Week. So we've got about 280 road miles on it coming from Northeast Florida, and today's the first pass.
Anthony Brown from the Quad Cities. So up there where 80 crosses over from Illinois to Iowa. My co-pilot is my father-in-law, and he didn't know he was coming until Saturday morning at 9:30. Since my dad had to drop out last minute, and then we got in. We drove 15 hours, loaded at 4:30 on Saturday, drove 15 hours all night. Got here. Had to do a whole bunch of wrenching, and we were gonna try to do tests yesterday. So this is a brand new build. It's a Dart Little M, 409 small block. Everything's brand new. EFI, fuel system, the whole shebang. Got it off the dyno from actually Dennis Began, the Rum Runner, and it dynoed at like 700 at the tires. And the farthest it's been drove is to Tech. So now we're I was gonna try to get into it a little bit, try to see what it got, try to adjust, but now we're down to the show, so I got it turned all the way up, and we're gonna let it see what it does.
That's awesome. Is this your first Dragon Drive?
Very first Dragon Drive. So we've been watching Sick Summer, so we're up by Sick Summer. Yep. I actually had a guy that used to work out at Motion help bend some tubes for me. He went to Motion to use the bender. But yeah, our very first one was Hot Rod Drag Week in 2022, and then my father-in-law got me hooked, and then we've been going to Sick Summer and watching them and following everybody on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and last second we got it here. So
that's awesome. Well, I gotta ask you, why the Blazer?
So in high school, my very first car was a 91 4-door white Blazer, leather interior, digital gauges, the whole shebang. So I'm just a square body Blazer guy, so I got this one, and I was gonna name it Deja Vu. So, but I got little kids, so I've got harnesses in the back. I got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and this is our ice cream getter. So
that's awesome. Well, good luck this week.
Yeah, thanks.
Dude, tell us about this trailer.
So this trailer was an old speed sign trailer. So the front, it's actually partitioned. So the front had batteries sitting in it, and then the top had a flip up speed sign in it, and it was all battery powered. That's why it's got jacks on all 4 corners. But the whole box is aluminum and empty. The trailer only weighs 400 pounds with the rack on it.
Wow.
So, and it's perfect since I put shelves and stuff in the back, and I was like, man, this is back. Tongue slides off, so we got plenty of room in the trailer. I was originally going to do the regular small aluminum motorcycle trailer, but I was like, man, this thing is like, this is bee's knees. Like, so, but yeah, I got it all racked in the back and generator in the front. So it's perfect.
Hi, Richard Jones, right outside of Houston, Texas, a little town called Splendor. This is our Jeep Willys, 565 big block, pump gas. It's always been a nitrous motor. We just put twin 85s on it. We're kind of limited to 10.0 or slower this week because I messed up my paperwork on my license. So
How hard will that be?
it sucks. Because at race week, it goes 850s. We went 870s all week at race week on nitrous, one kit, and then I was like, oh, this is going to be way funner. And then I messed my paperwork up and it got rejected. So, but it's all right. We're just here to have fun and try to make it.
It's definitely one to have fun with.
Yeah.
So I got to ask though, man, why build this thing?
I used to be big time into rat rods, but mainly this thing was just wanted to be different.
Yeah.
You know, and in the beginning, I never seen one of these Willys wagons like this. And I bought this one, and then all of a sudden I ended up with 3 more of them. It's like they flocked to me, so now I'm just stuck on them.
Now you're a collector.
Yeah. So, and it's stock frame rail, back half ladder bar coilover.
Oh, wow.
Had the straight axle forever. had the original 50s front suspension. I went 850s, almost 160. And then I finally put a better front end. It actually, I think it drove better with the stock stuff.
Wow.
It seemed to handle better with I had Harbor Freight Tool ratchet straps for my limiters. It was fun. But yeah, it's got a 9-inch power glide. I got my nitrous converter in there, so on the 2-step full converter, it won't go to about 3,400. So it won't build much boost, off the brake. But it's a blast. It likes to pop wheelies, It definitely does that.
Well, tell us about this trailer too.
So that's come on. It's they only made them a couple of years, called Trailer Boat. So it was originally a camper, and it had a boat that bolted on top, upside down. And then up front, there's a bracket there still. It had a little motor that hung over, a little gas motor. And it was designed to go camping in, and you pull your boat and your motor off and go fishing. But well, we found it, and I was like, well,
that fits.
It matches perfect, And then my wife painted it to match. And then every time we go race, she changes the name on the back. It's got Sick Week on it now. It had Rocky Mountain before, so
That's cool.
it's kind of cool. Yeah. Yep.
Appreciate it. Well, good luck this
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, I just want to take a second and say thanks to everybody that gave us time. I know I shoved the camera in front of a lot of people's faces, but listen, I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy your moment in the spotlight there on the video that we're playing now.
How you doing? I'm Jack Weatherford from Winter Haven, Florida, and I'm here for Sick Week 2025. It's awesome. I think we've got over 380 contestants, so we're going to have a great time. And we're out here in the Beast. This is my 55 Chevy that I built back in 1992. Got it out of a junkyard. You could actually see through it at that time. I'm a big Two Lane Blacktop fan, so it kind of was a tribute in the beginning to Two Lane Blacktop. Had all its kind of unique colors like the gray and everything. But over the years, getting to know Richard Ruth and Two Lane Blacktop owners, I've decided to kind of do a little bit different. I had a pumpkin run down in Orlando, and so I decorated it with the Nightmare Before Christmas theme, and we call her the Beast. And the reason is I am Jack, a cast member from Disney, retired now, and I get to come out and enjoy these festivities. So this is it, the Beast 2025 Sick Week.
Tell us a little bit about the drivetrain.
The drivetrain on this that's where all my money goes. This is unique in the concept that when I first seen the Two Lane Blacktop car, my dream was a Pro Street blue and white one, and I was like, that's really kind of dirty and everything. And Walt, at the time, who restored it back, said, oh, that's the great thing. I could take it to shows. I don't have to worry about polishing or anything. I said, wow, that's a great concept. I could spend the $200,000 on my drivetrain. So that's what I did. It's a conventional 383 small block with a Tremec 5K TKO 600 face plated, 486 with a 35 spline spool.
Oh man!
And hopefully we're going to get it to roll today. They've moved me into the gasser A class, and while it doesn't look traditionally high stance gasser, the term gasser come from in the old days when you had to have pump gas in order to come race at the track. And all the racers would say, oh, that's a racer. So you got classified by how fast you could go. So that's the story behind the Beast.
All right, guys, so just so you know, he's going to fit all of this in this car. It's a good thing it has a big trunk.
Yes, indeed. And the nice thing about a 55 Chevy, it's not a Mustang.
You've even got a big old stereo system in there.
Oh, yes, sir. I told you it's my RV.
Hi, my name is Damon Elf. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm racing my 95 Toyota Supra. Last year I won 6-week Freaks. Signed up for that one right now, but we're going to watch and see what stick shift does because a few of the cars that can go faster when I'm allowed to go, 850, didn't show up. So we're going to see how it shakes today, and we'll see what class we take for tomorrow. Thank you.
So the Swedes have returned. The C4 Corvette is gone. They have built a new Camaro. Biggin has knocked it out of the park. 125 millimeter turbo on this thing. It's incredible. Not to mention the gas tank built into the wheelie bar. Genius. I love this thing. I can't wait to see it run.
My name is Stefan Gustafsson. I'm from Sweden. We had a C4 Corvette, competed in 2022, 23, 24. And we brought it back to Sweden. We crashed it. This is a new car. It's a split bumper Camaro. We took the powertrain almost completely from the Corvette, put in this car. We upgraded to a bigger turbo, but that's almost the thing we have done to increase the power. It's just a bigger turbo on it.
Wow, so bigger turbo. How much less weight is this car?
We thought it was going to be like 200 pounds less, but we ended up like 70 pounds less. So the Corvette wasn't that bad that we thought. Really, in a drag and drive trim, it was like 2665, and this is 2600.
Oh wow!
So yeah, and that's what we have. So yeah, we needed with large radiators and everything. So that's the way to have it now.
So what's the difference like in this like chassis
wise?
to
Yeah,
the other car?
The other chassis builder. He's ripped now, he's dead, but that was one of his early cars. He tried to build them in Sweden, and that was a pro street car, like a 760 car. And we upgraded it, but it wasn't suited to be like this. They had, it was supposed to be also on bad tracks, like no prep.
Yep.
So it had the engine sitting really high. We had a short distance between the forelink and the engine. So the engine was really set back. The car was really short, so it wasn't that set back, but that amount of distance was way less than we wanted. So it's engine in high position and way back, so it was aggressive off the line.
So this car will be more like what we see from like Bailey, and then where it just really
hopefully.
gets down and get out.
Hopefully. Yeah, we was doing a 103 best 60 foot in the Corvette. We never did that consistently. It was more like a 107 to 113, depending of how it went, how much it shook. But we have been down the track now for like 5 times in 103 to 106s. So that's a huge improvement. It doesn't shake the tires that the Corvette was always did. So hopefully we can pour in some power and see where we can be. But it's way better on the first 60 foot than the 330.
That's awesome. And you said you've made 5 passes in the car?
Yeah, 5.
Oh man!
We have been 5 passes for the 330. We have done 7 now on the 60 foot. So as a total 7 passes. And small problems on every pass.
Yeah.
It was transmission issues. We had the injector gone bad. We had the intake came loose from the carbon fiber and aluminium came loose. We lost the boost. And probably something else.
a rundown. What just happened?
He got on the bar too much on the first pass and treated it drop, so was able to come back around and get another lick. Adjusted more stagger in the wheel bar to get it to go straight, but I ain't sure why he had to lift.
All right, let's take a second here. Guys, we got to thank our sponsors. Summit Racing right here at Sick Week in the big truck. Tommy and Alec over here just absolutely killing it. Driven Racing Oil is down the way. Been hanging out with Bill and Ashley all week. It's been awesome over there. Molly Motorsports, who's not here with the tent, but they're here in our heart for sure. Performer Built Transmissions, big shout out to Ryan and the team up there. J-Wire Solutions, buddy, I wish you were here, man. I'm so sad that you're not. But hey, we're going to see you soon at another event. I know that because you guys are going for the 850 World Championship here in 2025. Howard's Cams, Luke B, dude, you've got to get to one of these events this year. Guys, if you need any valve train stuff, Luke B is your guy. And WAF Racing, Chris Wozniak and Lily are right here on property. They've been hanging out all week. The CUDA is running great, down into the 11s. It keeps getting just a little bit faster each day. So I think they're actually in the lanes right now. So I need to go up and probably get a video of them running that. Sweet Patina, the best hand cleaning wipes on the market. Love the TKO hand cleaning wipes. Use code DDR10 for a 10% discount on sweetpatina.com. Get in here, Tommy.
What are you doing, man?
Tommy's been awesome, man. I appreciate you hanging out and like letting me hang out. You hadn't been hanging out. You wore your ass off.
Dude, we've been working our butt off. This has been a crazy week. The wagon's getting a little empty. We've got parts coming every day. These people are wearing us out, but it's a good thing. We're starting to understand what our mission is here. It's keep them on the road and keep them going. And we've had more response this week from racers than any drag and drive we've ever had. So,
oh man,
either we're doing something right or they're packing really terrible. Either way, it's great.
Well, and hey, one thing that's really cool about the Summit truck being here is you can get your own Drag Driver Pete Summit merch right here. And Alex said they sold a metric shit ton of hoodies the other day. So love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support out there. Appreciate that. Big shout out to Racing Junk Classifieds. Man, Bobby and the team over there doing an amazing job creating an entire segment of drag and drive cars for people to purchase, and PowerTube TV, where you're going to be able to watch this video and our live shows later after they're aired. So, all right, guys, see you soon.
Good morning, I'm Kelly from Long Island. My husband Scott is the driver of the Sandbagger 34 Ford. The upgrades we made this year, we got a 750 certification roll cage. We were in the 850 class, but the car's a little bit faster than that, so there was not much consistency because he had to keep lifting. Now he can just stay in it and we get what we get, and it gave us like our own little class, which we're very happy for.
We're here at Sick Week 2025. We have seen everything so far. Tom Bailey using both lanes of the racetrack during his first run. Unfortunately, we just had an engine blow up, so we're down right now. So much more of what's going to happen on Drag Drive Repeat right here with Michael Knox.
Steve Morris Engines. We're out of Michigan, obviously, if you don't know who we are.
Yeah, well, let's talk about these huge ass tires that are on here. Like,
Yes.
what are these things?
Yeah, so the tires are, those are Mickey Thompson Baja something 37.5 tall tire.
Oh my God.
So the reason I needed that is because I was looking for a tire that was a little bit taller than my drag tire. My drag tire is 36 inches tall. I needed the gear ratio, so the taller tire just made everything work right. They don't have 37-inch tall, wide street Mickey Thompson street tires. You know, they just don't do that. So you need tread every once in a while. So these things just really worked out perfect to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
37.5-inch tall tire. I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's four-wheel drive trucks that don't have that size tire.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But when they're all tucked up underneath and it's driving down the road with a trailer, it really doesn't look like much. You know.
I'm Robert Freund, drive the twin turbo Tesla Model S. This is my co-pilot Chris Doan, and ran into a little bit of issues today. So we about put her in the wall. She ended up spitting some water out of one of the adapters that goes against the front plate for the water pump, and it was putting water into the belly pan, and we didn't know it. So when it left, all the water shifted back, went underneath the tire, and sure enough, it shook really hard when I left. So I really didn't think there was anything under the tire. So that's when I tried it again, and that's when I realized there was something under the tire, and it ended up taking out one of the timing cones out there. But we've been fighting a couple little oil leaks and stuff around the intake, and the other thing that happened at the same time, all of a sudden it's got this like 3,000 RPM idle. Well, there was a plug that goes in the back of the intake that got spit out. So we're just gonna stop, fix everything right now, and hopefully we can make a better sick week out of it, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So that was the first pass on it?
First pass for the event, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, so are you going back up? Are you taking the 20? What's the plan?
We're not gonna, I don't think we'll have it done in time, not to mention we're gonna have to let silicone set up. We're probably gonna be here quite a while, just to make sure we've got everything covered. Just wanna stop, you know what I mean? Just let's fix everything now, so.
Well, at least this is the longest drive day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
There's that.
There is that. Here's my thing is, you know, I don't want to get it on the road, and then we're doing this on the side of the road. You know what I mean? If something else happens or whatever, we're just gonna, like I said, stop and fix it. But we know the car's there. We know it's gonna work. We just, you know, we didn't hurt anything. We just need to do a little maintenance.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. We'll get her there.
Well, good luck to you guys.
I greatly appreciate it.
All right, y'all, I cannot believe what has happened. We had an oil down transmission from like 330 feet to the second turnoff. It is getting very dusky. This is the magic hour for photographs and video, and they have turned all the cars away from the lanes. So we're really in an interesting spot right now because there are cars that went too fast today that are in classes that cannot get those kind of time slips turned in and be competitive, right? So there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of cars that really thought they were going to get a second pass and they're not going to, like Stefan Gustafsson, who shut it off at about 300 feet, maybe. So it's going to be really weird to see how this plays out. Now we've got 320 miles left to drive tonight. So I'm riding with Ted Woodman. Big shout out to him. Thank him for coming down all the way from Michigan. Can't say it enough. That dude is awesome. If you love Willys gassers, you'll love his car. We're in the Ford Fusion right now, though. So we're going to jump on the highway and just bomb and see how many of these cars we can pass and get you guys some content. So thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching what is probably going to be the longest video of the week, but today has been amazing.
Dude, okay,
Man.
so something that I was thinking about is, what about the guys that didn't make those passes, okay? Or they went too fast, or Tom Bailey went into the wrong lane. He got a 20-second time slip today.
Yeah, I mean, and so like, what do those guys do? That is really where we haven't really seen this before that I can remember.
No.
There's going to be some guys that are just going to load their stuff up and go home. Like,
I mean, and I don't blame them because you're at a point like you can't be competitive, but at the same time, you're out here to have fun. So I want to see everybody go. I mean, obviously, that's what we're here for. We want to have fun, hang out with our car friends, and just enjoy the week. Hopefully, they will see it that way.
But listen, I'm going to tell you right now, the high level cars here, the top tier cars, that is not an enjoyable week.
No, it's
not
not.
at all.
No, not at all.
So, are we going to see that? Are there going to be some folks that are gonna kick rocks and say, "See, I'm out of here"?
Who actually got down today? We got
I don't-
Alex Taylor got a good pass in.
Yep.
Brett LaSalle, he did. I
Yep.
mean, not for the potential of the car, but it was a good
Doug
pass.
Cook.
It was the fastest pass. Doug Cook got a
Doug
good
Cook,
pass.
yep.
Unser, Eddie.
Ed Inzer
Yeah,
got a great
Inzer.
one. The Deal brothers got a great run in their
Yeah, so
car.
there are definitely cars that have made good
Yeah.
passes today. I mean, we've seen some fast stuff.
Hey, big shout out to Randy Seward, 8507.
Dude, he's thinking, he's
Yeah.
just a G. I don't know. Homeboy shows up and just wins. Like,
Well, and
he
so
doesn't do anything.
Barry Cook is here in the Trans Am, and he is in the 850 class.
What did he run?
Put it on the bumper. So his, what's his pass
Oh,
now? I don't know. You know,
Oof.
so, like he won Midwest Drags for the 850 class.
Yeah.
Like, is he gonna be? Who knows?
He said, I talked to him earlier actually, he said something about like making one pass. If it goes down and it's a good number, he's going to be competitive this week. Otherwise, he's just going to hang out. So we'll probably see him just having fun, making one pass a day, just enjoying the trip. I think that would be a good part of the event.
Man, this is wild. My brain is already turning. I can't wait to see the results. Thank you. Big shout out to Tanya Turk and the team up there getting those out. We'll see those tonight. Man, I'm just looking through the pits here and seeing all these cars still here.
Hopefully we'll see a lot of people out on the road.
crazy.
It's going to be a wild ride down the interstate. We're going to be, me and John are going to be bombing at like 80, 85. Probably not. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how Benny stays cool. But and then they're going to be in the forward over there. So we're going to hopefully see some cars on the route. Hopefully not too many broke, but we know how this is. This is Drag and Drive. There's going to be some broke stuff.
Yeah. All right. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Let's get on the road.
Okay, so obviously we're gonna work on, first thing was get back, get the tires off, change the shocks, change the wheels, anti-roll bar. Basically then get up in the front, work on the vacuum pump, the alternator, take off the diaper, take off the diaper, vacuum pump, put the alternator on, change the radiators, change the rocker arms, add the air box, put an air box on because I don't run with the hood on, so I put an air box on. Batteries, take the little battery out, put the big battery in, change the gear lube, and then fuel, and then change the tune.
So why do you change the gear lube?
Well, I had a little bit of lighter weight stuff in from testing the other day. I want to change it for the road.
Gotcha.
To try to keep it cooler, keep the rear end cooler.
That makes sense.
And then
Man.
put the seat in, put the floor pan in, and try to find a VP guy. Find I need another 15 gallons of fuel, and I think he left around noon. So that jury's still out. So that's our next obstacle.
Oh my goodness.
So once I get these batteries set up, then we'll work on the front, and then do the rocker arms at the end. And we'll be doing the rocker arms while I'm packing the trailer.
Right.
So.
Man, good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
G'day, Mike with the Orange Nova. We managed to break it on Saturday, but we come and support Sick Week. We're here at Leadfoot Raceway Monday night, catching a few burnouts, and we'll see you at Bradenton tomorrow.